Hi and Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 5 going to discuss about climate change. So today's topic is climate change is anthropogenic. Do we agree with the statement above? So first we are going to introduce ourselves first. My name is Nurul Najwa binti Ahmadiza.
My name is Nur Anaja binti Kamarudin. My name is Ida Shariza binti Kamarudin.
My name is Maria Shahira binti Jazminiza.
So here I am going to explain what is meant by anthropogenic. Anthropogenic means chiefly of environmental pollution origin from the human's activity. So first we are going to proceed with Maria. Maria, do you agree that the climate change is caused by the human's activity?
Yes, I agree with that, and I will explain with definition first. The climate change is the change of weather patterns when the change lasts for the extended period of time, and it is also called as global warming. We refer to the rise temperature on the earth. I agree that human activities is the one of the cause leads to the current climate change now. This is because the human activities are the reason all the greenhouse gas are released. Okay, for example, is the illegal logging. If the forest and tree are cut down, the photosynthesis process will not occur, and the carbon dioxide cannot be replaced with oxygen. The excessive amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere will lead to global warming and rising the sea levels. Apart from that, the gases also released from the burning fossil fuels, which come from vehicles. But the vehicles is compulsory nowadays for daily usage.
Pardon me, Maria.
Yes.
I think your point is good, but some of the vehicles company have overcome that problem by producing some of the good product, which is hybrid car, a car that use electric instead of burning fuel. So
Yes, you are right, but the car is quite expensive, and there's a lot of people cannot afford it.
what if in the future people can afford the hybrid car?
Yeah, a good things take time. For the time being, most most the temperature
Most of the people.
most the transportation use fuel, then, and it does affect climate change nowadays. Okay, for our conclusion, there's a lot of human activity that leads to the global warming and gives the chance to the all gases released and affect our world, and then can cause the climate change. So from that, I agree that climate change is anthropogenic. So regarding to our topic, what is your point of view, Ida?
My point of view is the climate change is anthropogenic. Anthropogenic is I do agree with this statement. It is caused by human activity that contribute to climate change by causing changes on Earth's atmosphere in the amounts of greenhouse gases, pesticides, aerosols, and cloudiness. So the largest contributions comes from the burning of fossil fuel, as you state just now, and which is released carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. So what I'm going to explain to you is about the effect of environmental degradation. Firstly, is impact on the human health. So it might be receiving at the end of the result of the environmental degradation. Areas that are exposed to the toxic air pollutants can cause respiratory problems like pneumonia and asthma. Millions of people are known to die because of this. To have died due to indirect effects of air pollution.
Can I ask? So does heat wave also because of climate change?
Yes, the heat wave also is one of the factors that affect the climate change. So it is a high temperature means that the heat waves are likely to happen more often and in a long time. So heat wave can be dangerous and it can cause illness such as heat cramps and heat strokes. And secondly, I'm going to continue with my point, which is economic impact. So the huge cost that the country may have to put due to environmental degradation can have a big economic impact in terms of restoration of rainwater, to cleaning up the landfills and to protect the endangered species. So the economic impact can also be in terms of loss of tourism industry. So as you can see, there are a lot of things that can have an effect on the environment. So if we are not careful, we can contribute to the environmental degradation, such as we just throw rubbish everywhere. So we can, however, take action to stop it and take care of the world that we live by providing environmental education to the people. So, what is your point of view, Najwa, to this statement? Do you agree?
I actually disagree with the statement, but first I am going to explain what is meant by climate change based on my view. So climate change is caused by factors such as biotic process, variation in the solar radiation that is received by the earth, the plate tectonics and the volcanic eruption. So here,
Excuse me, what did you say just now, plate tectonic?
plate tectonic, that is the land that macam mana nak cakap?
Oh, I think I have watched it in the National Geographic. The land of the earth is collide and
that caused the tsunami and
yes,
the volcanic
yes.
eruption is caused by the plate tectonic.
oh, the name.
Yes. So let's move on. Here is why I disagree with the point. There are actually 100 facts that the climate change is natural actually and not caused by the human's activity. So here I am going to list 4 out of 100. So first, there is no scientific proof that the current global warming is caused by the greenhouse effect. Second, after World War II, there was a huge surge in recording of carbon dioxide emission. But the global temperature fell for 4 decades after 1940. And third, politicians and activists claims that the rising of the sea levels are the direct cause of the global warming. But based on the research, the sea level rates have been increasing steadily since the ice age, since the last ice age 10,000 years ago.
Excuse me, Najwa.
How can people claim that the current global warming is caused by the human activity?
Excuse me, Najwa.
Yes, Maria.
It is true that the sea levels increased steadily 6 years ago. But I believe that human activity makes it worse. So how about it?
So my next point going to answer your question. So my last point, a large body of the scientific research suggests that sun is responsible for the greatest share of the climate change. So I answer your question.
So what Najwa said is, it is still natural phenomenon instead of because of human
Yes. Human activity also affect, but it was only a small percent. So let's move on. What do you think, Ain?
Okay, so I do agree that climate change is anthropogenic. So climate change includes major changes in temperature, precipitation and wind patterns that occur several decades or longer. So tens of thousands of scientists in more than 100 nations have amassed an overwhelming amount of evidence pointing to a clear conclusion, which is humans are the main cause. We are the ones who burn fossil fuels and clear trees that absorb carbon dioxide, sending heat-trapping gases into the atmosphere. It is it is like the smoking cancer link. No one's questioned the link between smoking and cancer. It is because the science has set that up that for more than 50 years of research. So we can think of the state of human activities and climate change is no different than smoking and cancer. So
Excuse me, can you explain how cleaning trees can affect climate change?
okay, so trees are climate friendly, so they absorb carbon dioxide as they grow. So cutting, burning, and harming forests and other natural vegetations releases this stored carbon from plants, leaves, stems, and roots. Turns the carbon sinks into sources of greenhouse gases, further fueling the climate changes. So today, many of the producers of crude oil, natural gas, and coal continue to profit from these polluting fuels that destroy our oceans and lands and make us sick. They are blind to the injustice and misery of other people who suffer from real and devastating effects of climate change. So it is proven that human activities affect the climate change. So I do agree that climate change is anthropogenic.
Yeah, I do agree with your points too. So we have come to an end to our discussion. So major of us is agree to the statement that climate change is anthropogenic. So I think that's all from us.